Hi there, it's been a while. In this video, I am going to show off my very naturally long nails. They grow really fast, as you've seen in previous videos, as I've explained. In today, you have stickers. So I'm gonna play around with stickers. I purchased 3 sheets, like 3 sheets of stickers like this, about the size of my hand, I'd say, smaller. And I got 3 for 5,000 pesos. So it's very cheap. Again, as you already know, probably I live in Colombia, in Medellin. So I got 3 sheets for 500. My daughter and I, we just kind of, we splurged and we got 6 sheets. So this is what it looks like. I think that it's a pretty easy way to adorn your naturally long nails. My goal was to show off like the natural length of each nails. So I try to start here at the very end, the tip, and then let the sticker go down. But it's been about 2 days, so they don't last long. I wash dishes almost every day. This one has been good here, so I'll let you take a look. This is how long it is. You can close up and do a close up yourself. This one, I've been meaning to put one on. I just haven't had the time. So I like this one too, this middle one. This one has been a little bit hard to put a sticker to have it stick at up here because it's very curvy compared to the other nails. This one is very curvy, like you can even see the line. So if you look at this one compared to this one, what I sometimes do, because I'm obsessed with my nails, is I would like stamp my other finger and see the kind of line that it creates. See how imperfect it is? And if I do like my middle one, it's not as curvy. So these are very curvy. I'm going to file them in another video. But while I show off my nails, I'm going to tell you a quick story of a faux pas that I did recently. As the name suggests, what is kinky hair? What is coily hair? How do you describe someone's hair who has hair that's very spongy, right? So I have a lot of friends here in Medellin, and my closest friends, and by close I mean like it's a pretty cool community that I'm a part of. We have 2 other families where the moms, they're my best friends, pretty much. And then the fathers, they're my husband's best friends. They see each other a lot, more than me and the wives do, and we kind of make fun of them. It's kind of endearing, you know, they have a huge bromance going on. So we all click very well. We all click. And even better, their kids get along with my kids. So all of our kids get along. And we've gone on many trips. We've gone to Hacienda Annapolis together. We've gone to San Andres. So we've done many trips together. We've gone to like Lima for a week. And every time we've shared an Airbnb or a hotel, whatever, and spent like 4 to 7 days under the same roof. And at the end of the day, we don't want to kill each other. We're just it's just a very great situation for our kids especially, but also for us. So anyways, one thing that they all have in common, and there's also a couple, they're getting married, they're also part of our group. Now eventually they'll have kids and it'll be a lot of fun. So one thing that they all have in common is that they're all from Africa, from very distinct parts of Africa. One is one of my friends, she's from Cameroon, her husband's from Togo. And the other family, he's from Eritrea of all places, but immigrated to the U.S. So he's American, and then the other couple, the guy is French, but his family's from Benin. So very exotic places in Africa. They're black, right? They're black, and I knew. Once their kids started like crawling all over me, started getting dressed, I knew tarde o temprano I'm gonna have to do somebody's hair. I knew it, and yet I never did what John Oliver said to do in his video, which is to look it up. How does that kind of hair work? A hair that it's really, really, really curly. What do you call it? Black hair, ebony hair? What is the right term? And when I looked it up almost a year ago, it said that it's nappy hair. And I thought, really, nappy? That doesn't sound right. Okay. And so I used it 2 other times on my friends to describe it. And each time I got like a huh. So then this last time, my friend, I'll call him Liam, even though he does not look like a Liam. I told him how, okay, so I was taking care of all the kids, right? While the guys were downstairs playing poker, the mom was away in a business trip, so I took care of her kids and my girl too. So the 3 of them were hanging out. And then the girl, she's like 5 years old. She started pulling at her braid. She started tugging at them and said, "This is really itching me. Can you please undo my hair?" I said, "Okay." And it was so hard to do. It was hard labor. It was difficult, you know. She just wanted me to loosen it up, but just to undo a beautiful braid, it took a long time. But she wasn't quite demanding. It wasn't like I had to do it perfectly. It's just enough so that her scalp could breathe. And I've used ever since I stopped complaining about my daughter's hair. My daughter's hair is long. I mean, it is like it's going down to her butt. And I would say that it's a part-time job because I have to comb it constantly. And she cries. Her hair is curly, not as curly as mine, and definitely not as curly as her friend. So I explained this to Liam, and I said, "Oh, it's nappy. I mean, how do you deal with that?" Now I have so much respect for people with that type of hair. And he just kind of grabbed his head, and he said, "She's got beautiful hair." And I said, "Of course she does." I have full respect though, that. You know, I was like trying to dial it back, and he just kind of smiled at me and they kind of nodded like, uh-huh. And then I changed to Kinky. I said, "It's Kinky." So I looked it up again, and Google was a bit nicer to me. Actually, it was Gemini AI. It said that, yeah, nappy has a very negative connotation. You probably already know this, but it comes with historical weight. So you don't ever want to use that. You probably already know this, right? But what words can we use to describe this type of hair? And why is it so arduous? Is it okay to say that it's arduous, that it's hard to manage? Yes, it is hard to manage. It is definitely hard to manage. So I looked it up. And the reason why I didn't look it up before, because I thought, well, I don't care who you are, what you look like, that's your business. But, you know, I care enough because I don't want to be. I want to take care of her hair next time better. Okay, so what is it? So you can call it coily. Okay, you can call it kinky, or very, very curly hair. I don't think it's just curly. It's just very, very curly hair. So here are 2 things that I learned. So one is that it is naturally very, very dry because of the texture of the hair, because of the shape, because it's so coily. All the moisture, all the oils get stuck at the shaft, at the base of the head, and the oil can't travel to all of the hair, so it is dry. very coily hair, very curly hair, it's dry because of its shape. Now, if you have straight hair, that oil glides down easily. If you have wavy hair, curly hair, you know what I mean? Because of the texture, it's like a slide. The oil is able to take off through all the strands. But if it's so coily, the oil just gets stuck down there. And that's why it's dry. And that's why people with coily hair, they need to spend a lot of time hydrating it. Putting oils on it, or whatever it is that what you have to do to hydrate it, and putting it in braids actually helps it because it pulls that strand, it uncoils it, making it easier for your natural oils to travel down that hair shaft. And in the past, I didn't want to offend anybody and say, oh, it's dry, but it's dry because of the way it's textured. Not something that you want to tell everyone, I know why it works. Now, the second thing that I learned is, and this I could be completely wrong, but is that there's like a hair chart. So there's like hair 1, type 1, which is I think like straight. There's 2, which is wavy, and then 3, and then 4. So then coily hair, it's like there's 4A. 1A is like 4A, B, C. Okay. 4A, B, C. 4A, 4B, 4C. Now, if you have coily hair type 4C, that is like the Afro type. Now, I have another friend. The mom is like half white, and she's half black. The dad is from Eritrea, and her hair isn't quite 4C, but it is that. So trying to identify it. Also, when she was a baby, she just had like straight wavy hair, right? But then as she got older, she's going to turn 7 soon, her hair's becoming more coily. So she's not a 4C like the girl who I'm gonna call her Lulu, like Lulu's, right? But I once combed it. She's like a 4A, not 4C. It's like it's a 4. And I could be getting these numbers wrong, but there's a chart that I recommend that you look at if you really care about this. I will definitely look at it again if I ever suspect that I might have to. Touch coily hair. But now you know. Now you know. If you didn't already, now you know. If you already know, if you want to bash me for using that N-word, I will never use it again. Okay, it's coily or kinky hair. Kinky's cute, I think. My friend Liam, who doesn't look like Liam, he likes to say very curly hair. Okay, so what do you think of this, of my faux pas? Oh, by the way, what happened with him? I texted him like the next day. I looked it up, right? I educated myself, and I said, "Pardon me, I made an ass out of myself." And he said, "Yeah, I knew what you meant. I knew you didn't mean it in a bad way." And I said, "Okay, I'm just ignorant, uneducated. I'm stupid. I'm sorry." So it's it's not that he forgave me. He just already knows me. When you have ADHD, and I didn't take out that card, by the way, but I didn't have to, and I don't make these mistakes a lot, but I owned up to it. Okay. See you later. Let me know if you have any other topics that you would like to talk about. In my next video, I will scratch a couch, as someone has asked me to. I will also cut these soon. No, I will file and then cut.